Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I hope you're having an incredible day. Today's video is very exciting because we are at the Catch and Cook station right now. Hope you guys enjoy this video. It's gonna be a fun one. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today's video is really cool because we are going after some meat. Usually don't keep fish, but today I'm gonna try and get me some sort of fish, maybe a wiper, a white bass, or a walleye or something, and do a little catch and cook for you. So stay tuned. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Oh, that's a beautiful walleye. Wow. Heck of a fish right there. Thing's beautiful. I don't know if that catch was on video or not, and you can tell it's a walleye because he's got white in his tail. Big old chompers. All right, we're gonna let this little girl go. She's full of eggs for sure. Off it goes. That was a walleye right off of this wall here, which is probably why they have their name. It's a beautiful fish. There's a bunch of shad in here, and that thing was just sitting in the shad. Probably about an 18 incher, maybe 20. Nice fish. I'd have loved to have taken it home, but I'd rather they spawn and I can catch a lot more next year. Oh, nice wiper. Very cool. Beautiful little hybrid. Awesome fish. We're going to take this guy home. Well, we have achieved our goal for the night. We now have dinner. So we're going to go a little bit longer and see if we can get one more off this wall. And then we're going to do a little catch and cook. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun out there. We got one incredible walleye. Unfortunately, we did snag it. But otherwise, it's just a really, really nice walleye. It was probably, it was at minimum 16 inches, probably pushing 20. Great fish. I'd have loved to bring it home and cook it, but since it was a snag, we went ahead and let it go. Plus, it was full of eggs, you could tell. Today, we're going to be cooking up a little wiper. Really excited about that. There's plenty of these fish there. I know it's full of eggs, it's spawning season, but I haven't had one of these fish in a few years, and I want to get back into eating fish more, and I want to try this, so we're going to do a little catch and cook. Tonight, all I'm going to be able to do is clean this fish, and then tomorrow we're going to come back down here and we're going to fry them up and have a little fish. So enjoy the little time lapse as I clean this guy up. So that was way more graphic than I thought it was going to be, so there may not be a time lapse. But now we've got, she's helping me clean up a little bit. We've got a bunch of beautiful fillets in there. Reflection's horrible. But the next step is put a little salt on there, let them sit overnight and make sure it kills any bugs or worms that's in this fish. And then tomorrow, after it's sat for the night, we're going to be having some golden crispies. So stay tuned because we're going to be eating good. I'm going to let the fish sit for a second because I guess the refrigerator got a hair too cold. We got fire. All right, let's get the oil in. Oil is in and we are going to let it get hot now. Welcome back, guys. It's been one night. We let the fish get cold in the refrigerator, let that salt do its thing. Unfortunately, the fridge got just a hair too cold, so we've got some ice on there. So I'm letting the fillets chill for a minute, get up to not room temperature, but just get a little bit warmer. And then we're gonna start the process. Today, we're doing a little catch and cook of a wiper or a hybrid striped bass, which is just a mixture of a striper and a white bass. I hear they're pretty tasty. I've never been a huge fan of them. It's been a few years since I've had one. A lot of red meat on the back of them. Here's one of the fillets here. You can still see a little bit of the red meat in there. We cut most of it off, and I've never tried that before. Back in the day, I would just eat them the way they were, and that might be why I didn't like it, was because there's a lot of red meat in there. But now that we got most of that red meat gone, we're gonna give it one more try. We're gonna see if we like it. Today, I'm just gonna do simple yet again. I'm just gonna do some Frank's Red Hot as your sticky batter, and then on the outside, we're gonna do some flour. In that flour, I've got some pepper, some salt, garlic powder, onion powder, just a little bit to give that fish some flavor. And we're gonna let it cook on this little grill for about 5 to 10 minutes, let it get nice and golden brown and flaky, and then we're gonna give it a test. I'm only doing half the fillets right now. I don't need all that fish. That's quite a bit of fish. We got our 3 fillets here. We've got them nice and cooled back down. We got most of the ice off of them, and they're just about ready to go into the Frank's Red Hot batter. Ziplocs work perfect for fish because you can just put them in there and then you can shake them up real good. You don't have to dab them or get your hands too nasty, really. So you just throw your fish right in that bag, and then we're gonna seal it and shake it up. You want to try to be pretty generous with the Red Hot as well as the flour. That way everything's evenly coated and coated well. I'm gonna let these fillets sit in here for just a little bit while we wait on this oil to get hot. I've got a real small pan on there with some oil in it now, and I've got the lid on here because it'll help speed it up a bit. It's kind of marinating that fish right now, and then as soon as that oil gets a little hot, we're gonna put the flour on and then straight into the grease. You don't want to put the flour on too soon or else the flour will get soggy. You kind of want to go Frank's Red Hot, flour, grease, all in like one motion. So the Frank's Red Hot can sit for a minute, but from here, one motion. All right, next step, from the Frank's to the flour, get them shook up, and then on to the grease. Gonna keep that lid on to get it just nice and a little bit hotter. All right, red hot. Look at that beautiful fillet, nicely coated into the flour. Nice thing this way is you can do all of them at once. Get them all in there, get them all shooken up, and ready to go. All nice and coated. Now to the grease. Oh yeah. Perfect. Now we just wait. The oil probably could have been just a hair hotter, but that's a good start. I'm gonna put that lid back on just to help it heat up even more, and we'll be ready in no time. Like I said, it's been a while since I've had wiper, but those fillets look pretty fire, so hopefully they taste as good as they look right now. Oh yeah, we're getting somewhere. I think it's time to give them a little flip. Once again, we're using the world famous gigantic flipper. They're already falling apart, so they may be pretty close. I don't think the breading is sticking as well as I'd hoped, and I'm guessing that's probably because there was still some water on these fillets. I probably should have dried them off a little bit better before putting that red hot on it. Lesson learned. Next time I know. Couple more minutes. Oh yes, these babies are done. Once they start to get just a little crispy and they float, that's a real easy sign that they're done. Oh man, these are gonna be delicious, I hope. Now we're just gonna let them rest for a few minutes, dab some of that excess oil off, and we'll be ready to test them. Oh, look at that steam come out of there. Man, perfect. When they're flaky like that, you can tell they're done. All right, I'm gonna give this guy a test. Obviously, it's gonna be flaming hot, so. It's actually pretty good. I think the key is really getting that red meat out of there, because that's a game changer. I think if I were going to do it again, a few things I'd do. One, make sure it's a little drier before the red hot. Two, oil just a little bit hotter. Three, just a tad bit more salt. And I think we'd be good to go there. It's actually pretty good. You definitely want to make sure that red meat's off. When it's just white meat like this, it's pretty fire. I don't think I would do this every single time I catch a wiper, but I think, once in a blue moon, or I don't know, once every so often, I think it's probably worth saving a couple wipers and having a little fish fry. It's good stuff. Another nice thing about a wiper is that I only caught one, but there's enough fish here to feed 3 people, and that was a small one, so I could have done a lot more. I like that these fillets aren't necessarily like bluegill fillets that are just like little nuggets. Even a big bluegill is still not that much meat. This is pushed an inch thick in some spots. I cooked the smaller fillets today, and I think they're perfect, honestly. Besides those few things I'd change, I think they're great fillets. I hope you guys enjoyed this catch and cook. Let me know what you thought down below. Tell me if you've ever had a wiper or any recipes you guys like to try. I love to hear from them, and I'd love to hear from you and see what kind of recipes you guys use. I like this one. Very simple, very easy. It's a quick, easy fillet of fish. So thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you on another episode. Peace.